All right, we are here to see Ghostbusters Afterlife, do a little review of it. We brought a whole gaggle of people with us today. What are you guys expecting from the movie today?
I don't know, some laughs.
Some laughs, all right.
I just want it to be better than the all-female version.
Better than the all-female version, okay. So,
Paul Rudd is going to be charming.
Yeah. Paul Rudd, sexiest man alive.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep. All right.
I'm going in blind.
Yeah, Kelly has never seen a Ghostbusters movie.
Oh my god!
Same with Elizabeth. She's never seen any Ghostbusters.
Oh,
so.
man. And I know the theme song.
It's fitting you guys chose today to do this. This is Harold Ramis's 77th birthday.
Really?
There we go.
Oh, there's a
Happy
fun
birthday.
fact. So we're gonna go watch the movie, and then we'll come right back and do a review for you guys. So see you
Catch you
after.
on the flip.
Okay, so we just got back from seeing Ghostbusters Afterlife. There was too many of us to shove into my little Kia, so we decided to come back to our house with the beautiful purple carpet. But overall, what'd you guys think? I liked it, personally.
Two thumbs up from
Two thumbs
this
up?
crowd.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I loved it.
I liked
You
it a
liked
lot.
it?
Great movie.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Very entertaining. It definitely
Yeah.
had like elements of this genre from years past. We had some Indiana Jones influence in there. We even had some like Signs Twister cornfield action. Like so much, not like blatant nods to anything, but definitely in that
It
vein.
rains.
Yeah.
Well, Stephen, you were talking about how we both were talking about how we were concerned about the balance of nostalgia.
Nostalgia for the sake of
Yes.
nostalgia versus nostalgia
Right.
with
So-
purpose.
How do you feel
Yeah.
like that went?
I definitely think they struck a good balance. Like, the nostalgia was there, and there was a lot of it, but it all had a purpose. There wasn't really anything thrown into the camera that was like, hey, look at this thing you remembered, now we're not going to do anything with it.
Right.
But the thing, well, I can't say anything right now, but there's only one moment I can think of that I'll talk about later that felt a little like that, but for the most part, I felt it was used well.
Yeah, one thing we should throw in real quick. We will talk spoiler free for the first part, and then I'll let you know when to stop watching if you don't want spoilers. Also, real quick, just so we know who everybody is, you know us four, we're on most things. But these lovely people over here, I'll let them talk. Say your name.
I'm Stephen Fort. That's
Came with
why-
us. Kate came with us last time. That's his wife.
Who are you?
I'm Addie.
Addie.
It's just me.
Yep, Addie's cool.
There's
Don't let her lie.
nothing special about me.
I'm
Oh,
JR.
yes, there is.
I'm JR. I'm her dad.
And then Liz was here earlier, but she
Yes.
took off to head home.
Yeah.
She actually made the comment that she agreed how you felt on the nostalgia.
Yeah.
She said coming into it, which her and I think were the only two that didn't
Which
ever
is
see
bizarre.
one.
So
It was a great movie. Like
This
it's
one
just
saved
we
it.
Stood on
realized.
its own.
Yeah, it stood on its own. So if you've never seen any of the Ghostbusters, totally recommended. But yeah, the only thing she said is that we both kind of agreed that we want to go back and watch the other ones because
Hey.
we recognize the nostalgic parts that would make you appreciate it more.
Right. Yeah, you have, back to what you just said, because the fact that it's approachable by people who haven't seen the originals, who everybody knows who Ghostbusters are. Like, I feel like that's just, knowledge everybody has. But to be able to go into it not having seen stuff is, I feel like not easy, but they were able to do it.
I felt like it was an organic continuation of the movies from 20, 30 years ago.
Yes.
Like, yeah, there was a lot of nostalgia, but like I was saying, it all fed together. Right? It all just made sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm saying it does a really good job at rebooting the series, the movies franchise. It absolutely paid homage to the old while progressing the story to make, potentially make more of these movies.
Yeah,
And I will
unlike
say,
the
oh,
female
go
one.
ahead.
What's that?
Unlike the female one where it's just there, it has nothing to do with the rest of the storyline.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my big concern was that it would not be, that it would be too much like the all-female version, which I thought failed on so many accounts, which was such a big bummer for me because I loved the idea of it being all-female Ghostbusters, but this was so much more I guess continuity wise.
Well crafted.
Yeah,
Yes, well crafted.
Yeah, better written,
Well,
like
nice.
top to bottom.
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
say like the all
absolutely.
female one was definitely nostalgia for the sake of nostalgia.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely.
I will say from a parenting perspective, your children will love this movie. A lot of the protagonists are young, which definitely like had like a Goonies-ish vibe to it, like kids save the world type of thing. And that was really cool, and I know my kids will really enjoy it. It is a little bit scary at times though, so I would say young kids probably who maybe don't have a good tolerance for scary. It wasn't really
Jumpy.
How many
vibe.
jump scares did
Jumpy.
you get?
Yeah.
I jumped a couple of times, but I saw him watching me for a couple of them, so wait for it.
So you knew something was coming.
Oh.
He was impressed.
I was.
Good.
I would say like
them.
under the age of 10 or
Yeah.
over the age of 10, you're probably
Yeah,
pretty safe.
absolutely.
I would actually say like the original first Ghostbusters was scarier than this.
Yeah,
Like it was a general like eeriness or underlying sense of dread through the first movie.
Right.
That kind of so you had the high highs from the comedy and then you drop.
Right.
This was definitely more adventure-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think if there was any criticism, that might be one that I would have, is that the scene with Sigourney Weaver and the eggs popping out in the opening, in the original opening of the fridge, like the tension that was created in that scene. You didn't really have a scene like that in this Ghostbusters where they laid down some really tense, suspenseful moments. So
You
I
kinda
don't
knew
know.
what was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But I think it was a different film, like you guys are
Right,
saying.
yeah.
It
Sure.
was more of an adventure film than it was like that horror sci-fi, like walk the line thing.
the music helped with that scene of Sigourney Weaver, like that.
Yes.
The
Oh,
music, and the problem with this, not problem, but it's so that music is so nostalgic. The first
Right.
music drop of this movie, you're like, oh, I'm home. This is
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah,
I know
that's
this
fun.
feeling, you know.
Mhm.
And they just didn't have they didn't have the ability to use the music that we know to try and like set the tenseness of it. We're just sitting there enjoying the music when we're
That's
supposed to be
Right.
like, oh, there's something scary happening.
Absolutely. Yeah, so general impression, we all really enjoyed it. So this is the point where if you don't want any spoilers, maybe skip ahead
Or stop it.
or stop it.
Or-
There you go. You've had time. Spoiler away.
Going back to the one nostalgia drop that I felt didn't have a point, they just did it to do it. But in the first movie, they kind of just did it to do it, was Egon's hat.
Oh,
The
yeah.
funny hat.
Yes.
In the one scene in the first movie, he's just wearing it, and you're like, okay, he's got a weird hat.
Yeah.
And then he puts on the weird hat in this, and that's it.
There it is.
There's the weird hat.
Don't know why. Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like it's there, which is cool, but
No point.
okay.
Yeah, but
Great.
we still don't know what it does.
I will say
Yeah.
this movie was definitely a love letter to Harold.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That they've lost. Like the end, we both said on the drive over here, it got a little schmaltzy at the end, but overall you could see like, okay, this truly is a love letter to this friend that they lost that was always part of the franchise.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and he was one of the writers.
Yeah.
And I think that makes it even more special. I feel like. And so I don't know. You said you thought that he got writing credit for it.
I thought that this movie, I thought that I saw his name in the credits, and I don't know if this was something that they were working on prior to his death, or
they in the credits it just say written by Dan Aykroyd, Hal Ramis. They've been wanting to write this movie for years. They just could not get all the actors in place. Like Bill Murray was holding out for the longest time. There was even a joke about him wanting, I'll only come back if I'm a ghost. And so those two, it's poetic that the way Harold Ramis or Egon is in the movie so much, the way he went off on his own to make this to protect the world from ghosts. It's kind of that's how it was when he was writing the movie with Dan Aykroyd is they wanted to make this go. And he was the one like really pushing for it. Like, yes, let's get these guys together. Let's make another movie. And you're right. It's absolutely a love letter to Harold. Even the ending where it's just that little bit and he goes off. A very Casper moment, if anybody picked it up. He served his purpose. All right, I'm going off.
He's got nothing holding him back anymore. Like no regrets.
Exactly.
It's been a long time since I've been in a movie where people like openly cheered and applauded.
And not at the end of the movie, like in the middle of the movie
when they all came on screen. It was,
you had that moment of they all show up and it's just like
and they're blasting the proton
packs,
which is great.
Yeah.
I liked that Ernie Hudson got a lot more, especially in the post-credit scenes that he's gonna. If they're doing a sequel, which I imagine they must.
Yeah, soon.
He's going to probably be.
He plays Winston, and he's such a great guy. So I'm so excited that he's going to be able to continue on and hopefully be more of an integral part of it. It seems. I'm guessing that Aykroyd and Muriel, like they made their appearance, they probably aren't.
They're probably
coming
good.
back again. They're probably good.
I love that they gave Ernie Hudson's Winston the worker of the group. Like he's just the guy, like you said, he just
blue collar guy.
He was looking for a paycheck and he found the Ghostbusters. And I love that they gave his epilogue I just kept working and I made this thing and now I have this thing and now I can help my friends out with it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like that.
Spoken like a true Detroiter.
Yes.
So
it was so that I loved Winston's story in this whole thing. Annie Potts is a gem. I love her character. I love her. Even just a little bit of time that she has in the movie, fantastic.
There's Sally Jesse Raphael.
Yes.
Personally,
sorry. Go ahead.
Personally, I liked it because you can actually see the kids being real people,
right?
And not like how in different cartoons there's not a single kid that can ever be like that.
Right. You believe that the kids were doing what they could do what they could do.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it weren't, imagine
a fictional world.
Yeah, fictional
world.
Yeah. You believe that they could figure out how proton packs work. You believe that they could figure out how to make the car drive.
If it were an escape room or something.
Right.
Do that.
Well, the ghost was a helpful, Deus Ex Machina kind of thing where they can solve all the problems with the ghost. Which was good.
I really liked Paul Rudd in it. He did a great job, but also the fact that his character was us. Was the fans who grew up with Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
so every time he saw a Ghostbusters thing, he'd geek out about it for a second.
And just the way he geeked out, he was like, that's what I would do.
That's exactly.
Like everyone else didn't get it, but he got it.
Well, and an interesting point that it took us this long in this conversation to even bring up the main star power of the movie. Like, Paul Rudd was in this movie, and he was fantastic, but the real heart of this movie was the kids, the protagonists, and they were so well cast. And so talented that he was there, but he wasn't there as like the driver. He wasn't in the driver's seat at all, which was really cool.
Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed his part, but the kids really pulled the movie together. I was getting nervous when kids are like the leads, but I think they did great. I love it.
Yeah. She is the I don't know the actress's name that plays the main character. McKenna? Is that her name? She's incredibly talented. Like, she's on Young Sheldon as Sheldon's, like, counterpart.
Really?
And, and she's fantastic. She's super intelligent in that movie. In this movie, again, super intelligent. Super talented. If you don't notice it, the song at the beginning of the credits called Haunted House, that's her song.
Really?
Her single she released for this movie.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome. I did not know that.
Yeah. Super talented actress.
Very.
Yeah, so was the actor playing podcast.
I loved him. He was my favorite kid.
And he was so necessary to the storyline because he was hilarious.
I just loved him just taking that mic and just shoving it in people's faces and adding the ambiance to everything. It's just so much fun.
The one fail in our eyes, well, in my eyes anyway, was the woman cast as the mom. I did not care for her at all. I did not think she had chemistry with Paul Rudd.
No.
I think you just wanted chemistry with Paul Rudd. Is that?
I think it would have been a better choice. That's all I'm saying. I would
I
have
don't
been a
blame
better
you.
choice.
Yeah,
Right.
sexiest man alive. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
But I mean, she was kind of like a poor man's Charlize Theron. That's kind of what the vibe that I was getting. I was just like,
I could go with that.
Well, she played damsel in distress pretty good because at one point I was like, "You're not even gonna help your kids.
yeah,
You're just laying in a field."
yeah. She
Right.
pushed the pedal.
She realized what
pushed
she had
that
to
pedal
do.
good.
I love Sigourney Weaver. I love Sigourney Weaver.
That
Just
surprised
as
me
a
at the
human.
end.
And so then when she was in the end with the Bill Murray
Yes.
shocking people thing was the best.
When I was watching the credits, they were
Was the
like
best.
special guests, and they listed everybody, and then they listed with Sigourney Weaver, and I was like, wait, did I miss? How did I miss Sigourney Weaver? And then that scene clicks on right
Yeah,
after,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, there she is.
There she is.
Now, was I reading this scene wrong, or was it implied that they ended up together, Bill Murray and her?
It
Yeah.
seems
Yeah,
like it is.
yeah, that's what I was
that's
reading.
what I thought.
That's
Yeah.
all I read it.
Yeah, because that's Ghostbusters 2 ends that
Exactly.
way, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they stayed
should,
together.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, that's what I want. I want because there's the baby from the second movie is now he'd be
Oh yeah.
how old would he'd be old? I want him in the next movie. Like
Oh,
baby,
yeah.
Oh,
baby Ernie.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
because mom and dad are they're Ghostbusters. You
Right.
know,
So that makes sense.
Yeah, maybe.
So put
That would be
the baby.
Start writing a
Right.
script,
Yeah.
JR.
Yeah.
Get on it.
Call up Dan Aykroyd
Sure.
and like get to work.
Yeah, we have his number.
Sit around. Yeah,
Get
it'd be a
old
good time.
Dan.
I'm disappointed but not surprised they weren't able to drag Rick Moranis out of retirement.
Yeah.
I was holding
Yeah.
out.
I was holding out
Oh,
hope.
You were
yeah,
hoping he
so
was in that
much
last
hope.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had my fingers crossed, but
Yeah.
not
It
surprising.
would have been nice. But, yeah. But he's a good dad.
Yes.
He is. He
Man,
is.
crap. Yeah, I miss him. Awesome. Well, any other final thoughts, comments, suggestions, rude remarks?
I
I'll
do
take
have to
any.
ask a question because I
Okay.
know all of you seen. So with I'm gonna butcher it, Marshmallow Man.
Mhm.
Is it supposed to be good or bad? Because they explained nothing other than
That was a
He
good
just-
nostalgic for the sake of nostalgic.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I figured, but I was just like expecting them to
Now,
do something.
of course they're
or
gonna have haunted
expecting-
Stay Puffs. They
Yeah.
needed
Yeah,
those
you
names.
gotta have it.
They're
Yeah.
mischievous.
Do you want to give away essentially
like
one of the
gremlins.
best parts of the first movie? That's the
Oh,
question.
yeah.
She hasn't
Okay,
seen
so
it.
no,
It's
we gotta
pivotal.
wait so I
Watch
can
the second
it.
movie.
Yeah,
Or watch the
the
first
first
movie.
movie.
Yeah,
Because I
watch
was
the first
waiting
movie.
for
I agree with
some
that.
explanation that I'm just like, they just all
We
appeared.
cannot
and they
explain
just
it
were
without
taken
There are
away.
so many
enjoying
things
it.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Kelly's gonna enjoy, like from podcasts coming out of the car covered in
Marshmallow,
marshmallow.
right?
There were
but-
so many things that
but-
were like little quick.
I'm
attributes.
fascinated to hear your reaction to the first one.
Yeah.
I want to watch it.
Going it in reverse. 'Cause we're reacting to this one, having seen everything from the first one, and you're gonna do it backwards,
We'll
right?
just do a
Yeah,
video
River
for
Summit.
watching it and all of us watching it.
Right?
That's about us.
That won't be creepy.
Put it on right now. Just watch it right now.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah,
It's only like
just do a follow up one of these reviews of just Kelly.
Yeah.
For the first
Yeah.
movie.
On the first one, right? Yeah. Post credits.
Well, once we make that, the link is right here. Probably. I don't know. I always get confused on which side it's on. It doesn't matter. But anyway, overall, we all really enjoyed Ghostbusters Afterlife. Be sure to go out and see it. It was amazing, super cool. If you haven't seen any Ghostbusters movies, doesn't matter. Go see it anyway. You'll love it.
Mhm.
Be sure to like and subscribe. Keep up with the latest geekery. Check out our shop for all the cool stuff we have there.